Folks, Dr. Groovy, Scott Grove, here to show you the Klos, Apollo Pro Series. Okay, this thing is as close as it gets to finding me an axe I would actually use that has humbuckers in it. I'm just not that guy. There's a way for me to get the axe I want, though, personally, and I'll tell you about that in a second. Now, Klos Guitars, they are a carbon fiber based instrument company who have been doing a lot of guitars that are travel oriented. The necks pop right off, you put them blah 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 in their little bags and away they go. Oddly enough, these can do that too. I'll show you the gig bags here in a little bit. It's amazing, kids. These can fit anywhere with you on an airplane or anywhere else, and they're not being billed as a travel instrument, but they sure do it, and we'll go through all that. Okay, carbon fiber, there we go. You can see that pretty much. My lighting sucks so bad. Anyway, the neck, the back of the headstock, you're like, what the heck's with the headstock? No neck dive ever in the world. You have the ratio locking tuners. Already, you know, that's a major upgrade. You've got the Fishman Fluence pickups. You know, that is about the biggest upgrade you can ever get. You have a carbon graphite pick guard on here. A real one, not plastic to make it look like one. It's the real deal. The reason I mentioned I could get one that I dig is because I'm a 3 single coil guy. And very shortly, if not already, you'll be able to just take the axe or just the body and send it back to the company, and they'll just put whatever you want. They'll put another carbon fiber pick guard together. They'll put whatever pickups you want. 3 single coils, 2 soap bar things, 2 mini humbuckers, a humbucker, and 2 single coils. Whatever, they'll do all the work for you and just send it back. It's what they do. If you want some engraving and stuff done on certain things, they'll do it. It's amazing. Okay, you got like this ebony-like surface here on the fingerboard, going nowhere as far as humidity or cracking or any of that stuff. Same as the neck. Neck feels like a 50s Les Paul. The pickups as they are, without doing any weird stuff to it, different voice changing, which is what this guitar does via some push-pull knobs, which of course I'll go through when we're doing the tone test. Sound very PAF-ish. So if you guys know anything about real pickups, you'll know that the 50s PAF pickups in a Les Paul, everything basically is based on a Les Paul, even though it's kind of a Stratish looking thing. I'll tell you about that. Is geared at that. So 24.75 scale length, 12-inch radius on the fingerboard. Got 22 frets, and again, the PAF sounding humbuckers of your, not mine, your. Get it? Got it? Good. Okay, anyway, they actually had more sparkle than typical humbuckers of today. But you can get the typical humbuckers of today's sound via just pulling one knob out, and it'll give you that darker sound associated with all pickups made since the 60s up till now. But again, if you want the clarity of the real PAFs, that's the way guitar starts out, with everything pushed down and normal. You have volume, tone, everything laid out like a Les Paul again. 3-way toggle switch operates the same. Okay, so groovy stuff. You have this one here. Actually, is kind of a. It looks like my mocha that I drink. You can see through, see the wood grain, blah blah blah. You've got your battery in here because the Fishman pickups need it. They need some juice, okay? And you've got your bolt-on neck, which enables you to take it off real quick. They give you all the tools to do so, to put it on your drill or just to take it right off. You get a capo for the first fret, and this, again, on the gig bag. I just might as well show it to you. It's right here. Super thick, designed by NASA or something. It goes right in here. You've got places that are going to secure it via Velcro inside here, so it's not slipping around and banging. Of course, it's already form fit just for the guitar. If you do take the neck off, the strings stay on the guitar as well, which is cool. And the neck goes in this side little pouch. And then you don't even need that part of the gig bag. So you take that and you store it in the overhead and you're good to go. It's no bigger than a backpack, and flatter. Okay, so, and you get all your stuff there as the hikers have. So the case is a huge selling point, and being able to have it as a travel instrument, even though it's full size, is awesome. So the headstock, everybody's like, what the heck? It's amazing. It 100% takes care of that whole neck dive thing. Okay, as with the ratio tuners, the locking tuners, they are lighter. They are it's all thought out. It's meant for no dive. It's not going to happen. Okay, and all your favorite tuners that clip on, yes, they have enough room in there to go ahead and fit right on. Okay, instead of going fully headless, the design, just feels normal. Your hands don't slip off the edge of here. It's just a very well designed headstock that is, like I said, thought out, and not just something that is cosmetically freaky just because they want it to be freaky. It is thought out, therefore it looks ergonomically correct instead of what you're used to. Okay, now that we have the mocha brown here that I like, you can get them in red, white, blue, black, and natural see-through, of course it's natural, ash. Over there at that company that makes Strats and stuff, they won't give you ash guitars anymore. Just won't do it. Too much, costs too much for them, blah, blah, blah. These guys give it to you on all of their super pro models. You get that naturally. They have their proprietary guitars with different woods. They have with their own custom shop pickups and their own tuners and so forth. And bridge. This bridge is actually aluminum, the way you want it, with custom shop everything. It's aluminum bridge with brass saddles on there, so you get the best of both worlds. Sustain like crazy, light on the aluminum end of it. You got aluminum knobs. It's just very, very well thought out. And again, the neck feels like a early to mid, up to like 58 Les Paul wood. So it's got some girth to it, but it's not totally foreign. So if you like that, groovy. If not, hey, get another model. Okay, so I done did a review on the Apollo Pro bass guitar. Check that out. Below I have links directly to these guitars and to the bass guitar as well. And you can just click on those. And there's also one pinned below. And I'm going to go through some sounds with you. It does have just different variable preset tonal configurations. Again, via the push-pull, it'll actually give you a pull and it'll sound like I said. Today's humbuckers give another one a pull and you split off into single coils, which actually sound single coilish. Why? Because they actually are, and the 9-volt battery really helps. And the people, the Fluence people here with Fishman, they actually know how to build pickups, so therefore their stuff just sounds better because it's just a better company and they actually hire better people to do better things. So the single coil sounds are very impressive. So let's do some tone testing and see what you guys think. Signal chain from me to you via a Sony Handycam. No processing of any kind. You just get to hear it in that. environment. You know, just like Grandma would with her old camera. I borrowed this one from Grandma. So I'm not running it through a DAW and a whole bunch of other stuff and doing a bunch of post-production and trying to make it sound good. You just listen to it under these conditions, like I do with all my axes, and just see what you think and know it sounds better than on here. But if it sounds great on here, imagine what it sounds like in person. Nobody can grasp or get a hold of a real sound of what it sounds like in their room. So, next best thing, according to me. Okay, so stick around and I'll show you what this puppy does. Okay, so we're going to do some tone testing here, go through all the knobs and switches. Remember folks, they do make their proprietary model as well, again with their own factory pickups and tuning machines and bridges and stuff that aren't the Fishman and so forth. But check them out and check out the different prices between them. See what works for you. Again, like I was mentioning, they are going to take the pick guards. And you might even be able to send the pick guard in, they'll give you a new one. But they like you to send the body in and get 3 pickups put in it, or 3 humbuckers, 2 humbuckers, 3 soap bars, whatever, and they'll send it back to you and you're good to go. So just really groovy options that you can have. Okay, the PAF sound right now going through the clean setting is... pickups, bridge. See, told you they're a little brighter than today's humbuckers. I'll show you the today's humbucker switch here in a second. And neck. A little bit of break up there, we'll hit it with a little more. Bridge. So this is kind of between a modern humbucker and a soap bar kind of sound. Okay, is the way the PAFs worked, and it nails it. If we go just back everything back off on the game, just go straight clean in the middle. So you've got all the classic goodness there. Now if we were to, which we're going to, humbuckers as they were, okay, let's go to the neck, pull out on the rhythm tone, and it gives you today's humbucker sounds. So from this to... Okay, so you can hear. Now with the beef. Okay, again, that's just a little bit of overdrive via the 12AX7s, but you can definitely tell the difference. Okay, so you're like, what have my ears not been hearing? They've been hearing this. But you want that classic sound? Here. Okay, so that's the PAF sound, in case your ears didn't know. Now back to whatever. Let's go to the bridge real quick, just so those of you who like that bridge pickup. Here's the PAF sound. Now, the new stuff. Okay, no distortion, just breaking up. That's what amps do if you want them to. Okay, let's go to good old clean sounds just to show you the single coil mode. Okay, no single coils yet. It's in the middle. Okay, back to humbucker. Single coil, split it. Okay, enough to fool your grandma right there. Okay, what that meant, I have no flipping idea. Okay, so convincing enough. Okay, so you have tone emulation, I guess you'd call it, for the first ones, then coil splitting. And every sound you could imagine, whether it's in the neck, here's humbucker in the neck, clean. Single coil. Okay, now for those of you who may wonder, because there's a few that are in the know about graphite necks, some of them are horrible because they don't make them correctly and they will bow on you, and with heat then they will straighten out as it gets cooler again. So you're playing outside and you're sweating and the neck actually, and you're of course way out of tune, then it changes a little bit. Okay, of course these don't do that. I did a half hour under the heat gun and just made sure it wasn't one of those kind. And this is sturdy as a good old fence post. Those are sturdy, by the way. Okay, I'll leave you alone before it gets too crazy. I will go on some actual distortion and we'll just see how that plays out. And bridge with the regular, everything regular and wide open, PAF pickup sound. Now adding in the little extra beef. In the neck, PAF. With the, where's the beef? Here. Okay, almost gives you that woman tone right away. It's pretty groovy at the touch of a switch. Okay, and single coils with distortion. Hard to tell the difference there, but PAF, distortion, and single coil. That's neck, bridge, single coil. goodness that you want from a Les Paul as well. So it is a 58 Les Paul with modern electronics, modern neck, modern headstock, modern tuners, modern bridge, and everything else, but with a Strat style body, okay? And carbon graphite, everything here is the future that's on it, and it's the now. So go get them. Again, the links are here for this and the once again, it's the Apollo Pro, and they have the Apollo standards. Then the base video is out as well. It's the video right before this one, and links to both below. Okay, so awesome, dude. Hang out for a second. I want to show you something. Okay, folks, this is what I wanted to show you. Actually, I just want to say thanks for the folks at Klos for letting me have these guitars for 2, 3, 8 months, whatever it's been, to really give them a full going through, to honestly see if I would even do a review or not. So a lot of people I just turn down. I get their stuff, they suck, and I just return them and say I'm not putting my name in any way endorsing anything. I'm not being endorsed, I'm not being paid, I'm not being swayed to say anything good about these. If they sucked, I would tell you. Because y'all know what kind of axes I like and what I don't like. So if I'm going to say something good about a humbucking guitar, I must mean something about it. And that's the single coils. And then with distortion, it is nice to always have humbuckers around. I can't dismiss that fact. You know, a physical humbucker in there instead of another emulator is nice. And the pickups on here do actually split, and they split very well, and they sound like the real deal, because Fishman being who they are, and with these Fluence pickups, they just nailed it. So is it going to sound exactly like a Strat Telly? No, it's going to sound like its own animal, but it's in the same family, and it gives you great single coil sounds. So it sounds like an Apollo Pro. Okay, so again, in this groovy mocha color, red, white, blue, and black, and natural ash. They're all ash bodies in the Pro series. And go check the others in the regular series if you want different woods, or if you want, like I said, the proprietary hardware pickups, everything, tuners, bridge, and so forth. And those have plastic guards, and they have just 2 knobs on them, volume and a tone. Okay, what else do you need? This one. Okay, so like I said, thanks to Klos, and you guys stay groovy. I always am, and we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Groovy!